What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Jay with Exotic Ed here, coming at you guys with another one, man. You already know why y'all clicked on this, man. You're trying to figure out what size rodent to feed your snake. Well, I'm gonna give you the answer in short. So stay tuned, you guys. Please leave a thumbs up if you're new to the channel, man. I'm Jay with Exotic Ed, if I haven't said that already. And pretty sure you're gonna like this content, man. Stay tuned. Alrighty, so for my people who are a little bit more on the advanced side, not the novice side at all, this doesn't apply to you at all. I'm pretty sure you guys already know this. But for my people who are the beginners, know next to nothing about reptiles and snakes and whatnot, yeah, you're always seeing snakes eating something larger than them. Does that mean that they can eat something gigantic? No, it definitely has to be relevant to size. And I hear a lot of people say, like, oh, if you just keep feeding the snake, it'll just keep growing, or you just give it a big enough enclosure to keep growing. That can be farther from the truth. Of course, it's just all relevant to size of snake and what type of snake. So for like your boa guys, your berm guys, they're feeding some way bigger than the largest rat, you know what I mean? So that's what this video is here to teach you about today, you guys. So let's get right into it, man, and we'll talk about the size of rodents, man.
So for a baby ball python, young colubrids, when I say young, I mean like 6 to 8 months young. I don't mean like newborn colubrids. We're talking about well-started young snakes. This is typically what you're gonna feed them right here. Just thicker than their whole entire body, the thickest part on their body. And that's a great general rule of thumb. I don't know where I learned it at, but it's definitely a great general rule of thumb to go by. Just a tad thicker than the entire body. You pay attention. Just a tad thicker than the entire body. She looks hungry today. That's my girl, Tiny. I want to say it's Tiny. No, that's Tara. That's my girl, Tara. She's a couple gened gopher snake, San Diego locality. Pituophis cadentifera annectens. I'll throw that in right there. And this is a pinky mice. And that's what you typically want to feed, man. Just to, girth them up, get them sized up, not overfeeding. Now, different snakes vary, definitely. Some snakes prefer something a little bit smaller. I know your smaller colubrids, you don't want to kind of overfeed. But when we're talking about gophers right here, these guys are like trash cans. And they also would take something a tad larger just off the strength of how adverse it is in the wild. So they're trying to, some of these snakes, it isn't good to beef them up and feed them up, but other snakes, man, that's what they're made for, because in the wild, that's what they have to do. So she's ready. She never really wants to eat on camera, but she's definitely ready. I don't think she cares for the tongs, though, to be quite honest. The tongs are not really her friend. So let's see where we go with that. We're also going to be cleaning rodent cages up today. I probably won't show that, of course, but it definitely will get done today for sure. Nailed on. And that's that perfect colubrid wrap up right there, man. She never wants to eat on camera, but I bet she's hungry today. Perfect wrap up, man. Like I said, just thicker than the thickest part of their body. I do them justice every single time. That's typically the rule of thumb I take when feeding my snakes. So, like I said, she's got a lot of genes in her, so she's a normal, obviously, visually. But, what she's going to make in the next 2 years, 3 years, man, is going to be very insane, very exciting stuff coming up. So, just trying to grow her up. Trying to get it right. That is Tiny, another Anectans of mine. Cat and Tiffer Anectans. San Diego. Locality gopher. And baby girl never has trouble eating for me. She's eating the bluest blue. She'll even strike at them tongues. See if she wants to make that happen today. Focus, camera, focus. Fresh out of a shed. Looking all curt. Come on, baby. Just let it come to her. She is going to put that one out. She's completely comfortable with me too. Look, no tail flicker. None. They're pretty patterning on her. Give her a little minute, let her take that down. Girl, how you started on the side? Tiny ruthless. She getting at him while he's still alive. Ooh, that is a thumbnail, ain't it? There you go. Walking it down. That's why I like them aspen shavings. I see them come out in their poop pretty often. I don't really mind it too much at all. She ate that thing still alive. Solid. And I told you guys, man, of all snakes, out of everything I've kept, who likes it the driest? He does. He can't stand water. He literally, as soon as I fill his water bowl up, he's literally just gonna pour shavings right into it. He likes it so dry. But I mean, you gotta expect that, bro. He comes from West Texas, Christmas Mountains, man. Ain't nothing but desert and mountains in Christmas Mountains, man. West Texas. So, it's my guy right here. Let me show you what we're feeding him. Alrighty, you guys. So this isn't the perfect size comparison, but it's definitely the perfect age comparison in the fact that this is a rat pup, Norwegian rat pup, at like probably almost a week old now. This is a young, ready to go African soft fur. Now the species, we probably got a lot more protein packing in here. My gopher probably could eat both of them, but this is not on the greater side just because of, look at how thick he is. He's not too insanely thick. So I don't want to overbear him with something like this. He'd regurgitate it. I give him more something like this, which is a rat pup. And gophers typically are able to get started on rat pups way quicker than most colubrids. So that's a plus because rat pups are cheaper. Obviously, the African soft fur costs a lot more. Look at my beautiful product. He's so chill with me too, man. He loves me. I'm gonna keep him as a breeder, man, because he loves me. He's super chill. But that's just a comparison and show you guys. 2 weeks ago, this would have been a little bit smaller. This would have been his size. I just was reluctant to feed off my own product, so we went and got a little fuzzy rat. That's how they look, or they call them rat pups. Just past that little pink ball sack stage. So we'll put him back and we'll get to it, you guys. Look at my guy. He's grown so much since I got him. I got him at a decent size, but he's grown so much more since I've gotten him. He knows what time it is too. He was striking when I was reaching in there for the bowl. Mean food response he got on him. He's probably one of my meanest snakes as well. Let's jump right into it. And this is a pretty hardy meal for him, but I know he'll take on it. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yes, sir. It's that wrap up. See how he struck a few times? He's easily my most aggressive snake, man. His aggression is just second to none. Right on that head. And he out like I like. Like I like. Just bigger than his thickest part of the body, you guys. Just bigger. And like I said, some snakes are a lot sensitive to the feeding them up. Typically, just feeding anything up, even you, man, your biological time clock, man. The more calories you intake, the quicker your body's the harder your body has to work, the quicker your body's gonna shut down. You know what I mean? That's just kind of the reality of nature. That's science. But being that survival of the fittest is how it works, you know, just because something's a little too big, man, don't mean you can't take it down, especially if that's your only meal, you know, if you're living in the wild. So gophers are just more prone to being able to deal with it and handle it. They take it way better. Like, you could really bulk up a gopher and it'd be okay. And you could bulk up a hognose and you probably won't get your hognose to live as long, you know what I mean? At least from what I've seen, what I've been told. So I just want to let that be known, you guys. That's it. Let them take this one out and then we'll probably time lapse them down. Look at those baby clothes. Walking in them baby paws. It's that young Christmas mountain man, man. Solid. Walking that guy in, no problemo. Alright, you guys. So this is a 8-month-old African soft fur, and this is a 8-week-old, maybe even less than that. And we see, man, he's way larger. I mean, just look at the size comparison. He's half of his size, double the age, half the size. So that's why people who have big reptiles, they tend to lean towards the rats more. And me, I just like the African soft furs. My colubrids don't need this size like that, except for my one tank. So we'll show you guys that. So that is my guy Tank. He's got a mean food response right now, so we're not even gonna bother with him. But we are gonna drop that in there. Wrong way, son. Wrong way. Yes, sir. Just like that. He didn't nail him in the greatest spot, but he got him. We'll take out that water bowl. We'll place that water up. We'll let him dispatch him, and then we'll go ahead and roll the double timed. Like I said, you guys, that thickness just larger than the thickest part of his body, just bigger. That boy did a number on him.